Hi, I'm Matt BOM and welcome back to the BOM Movies presentation of Skyrim. Okay, we are back at the Mages College. Of course, we're with Inigo and Vilya. However, I've told Daggy to go home. So I'm not entirely sure whether that means he'll actually go back to the lodge or whether he'll go back to the Ratways. Not sure. We will find out when we go back to the lodge. Other than that, we've had a night's sleep. We've had something to eat. I've sorted out my gear, or rather I've given it to Vilya for sale later on. And now we're going to go and talk to the Archmage and discuss the big orb thing that we found in Sarthor. To find out what we're going to do next. We're also going to ask about the Elder Scroll, I hope, with the Archmage. And we're probably going to finish the Guldur questline too. Not sure what order we're going to do that in, but actually I think we'll talk to Vilya as she wants to talk. So Vilya,
Wouldn't it be nice to just talk a little, you and I?
I think we can have a chat. Tell me your thoughts.
I was thinking of that big Nord thief that stole the bottle with Heneri.
Yeah, I know the
You
one.
know, I believe he seriously thought that he was developing a donkey tail.
I do have a quest for that.
Don't you think we ought to do something for him?
Yeah?
I'm sure we could help him get rid of whatever curse he might have.
What ideas do you have? What should we do? No?
Yes?
Well, I entirely agree and I feel the same.
I'm serious.
Yeah, so am I. I'm just hoping you could say something else apart from just hinting that we need to help him. I know we need to help him, but have you got any idea what we need to do? You do look cool in that. Okay, Archmage.
Anytime.
Yeah. Why are you scouting? Ah, that's better. Right. I believe the Archmage is in the other building. It's probably easier to get there this way, I think. Yeah, I decided to get rid of Daggy. He was far too depressing. Although he might have had some insight because he's a mage and we're in the Mages College. I just got pretty fed up with him, you know. I couldn't even look the guy in the eye. And that's always a bit of a problem. You can't build trust with someone if you can't look them in the eye. Mainly because he obviously didn't have any eyes to look in. Which doesn't help. But there you go. So it's his fault for not having any eyes. Okay, this way I think. The Arcanium. That doesn't sound like the Archmage's room, but I think we'll look here anyway. I wonder who we need to talk to about the Elder Scroll. I would have thought it would be the Archmage, seeing as he's in charge of the college. Who are you?
What can I do for you?
Let's just shed a little light on the situation. Okay, that's not actually working. 1 second.
All right then.
No, I want
I
to
heard
talk to
in
you.
the Dark Brotherhood
I
they assign
do
a
want to
listener
talk
just
to you.
so people can vent their problems.
Okay, we'll talk at a distance. Tell me about the library.
The Arcanium is a very prestigious library, with many
Aha.
of its books going back to the Second Era.
Okay.
The more delicate tomes are kept under lock and key, but you're welcome to browse the outer collection at your leisure.
Probably won't, but do you work here?
I'm Mr. Groshub's apprentice. While I've been trained in the library arts, at the moment, my duties are rather limited.
Okay, dusting then. Library arts, you mean cataloguing, alphabetizing books, I presume?
Okay, technically they're not an art in the same way a fireball is, but
Yeah.
it still requires training.
Fireballs are probably quite
If
dangerous in a
something were
library.
to happen to Master, I'd be the only one qualified to take over.
So you don't think you'll ever be a librarian then?
No, and it's not an exaggeration. I know Master Groshub looks old, well, because he is.
Okay, I haven't
Way
met
too
him
old
yet.
for an orc.
Ah, he's an orc.
The
With a name
rumor
like
around
that,
here is that
guess he
he's
would be.
immortal. As in, he measures time by the era.
Really?
Which means unless I start a competing library, I'm stuck being an apprentice forever.
So how long does the orc live then, I wonder? Yeah, I don't really want to threaten him. I haven't even met him yet. Show some skin and nobody would care about Urag and his dusty old books.
Then I wouldn't be a librarian now, would I?
You could be a sexy librarian? As long as you don't have any furry bits that show. Okay. Any interesting rumours? I'll change the subject quickly.
Just the one. Let's just say Neri and Faralda are having Sergius enchant more than just items.
Okay, it seems Sergius Tyrannius has much to teach all of us.
I don't even want to imagine what kind of lessons you're referring to, so I won't.
Pretty sure I mispronounced his name then. So can any of the books be bought, and is one of them by any chance called Elder Scroll?
Master Groshow has a list of books unfit for the collection. Frivolous works by academic standards, but still interesting reads. Talk to him if you want more information.
I will probably talk to him indeed. And I'll talk to you later.
Make sure to put the books back in the right shelf.
And seriously consider the scheme comment. I mean, look at Villia. It works. It really does. Okay. That's a bit crazy. What's going on out there? Oh, it's the wind, and it's the... Oh, okay. Oh, get a bit closer.
sorry.
I'm sure you're not. I mean, I really am sure you're not. Okay, so I might just turn the lantern off to see this room in all its atmospheric glory. Ah, that's one cool staircase. This looks very, very good. And I saw some scrolls. I wonder. Elder Scroll anywhere? Map collections. Cape College of Winterhold. Really? That wasn't even stealing. Matister Leleus. God, your names are a nightmare.
I've tried
Need
so hard
something?
to get better at spellcasting, but I just don't seem to have that in me.
Not yet. Okay, you must be Groshub. Shub? No, it's far too light. I need to talk to you with some light on your face.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear?
Oh, that'll do.
You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion.
You do look quite old.
Disrupt my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronachs. Now,
Okay.
do you require assistance?
Yes. I want an Elder Scroll.
And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about?
Not
Or are
really.
you just someone's errand boy?
I think I know what I'm doing with it. Can you tell me more about it, do you think?
I knew it. Everyone comes in here expecting my help, but they don't
You
even
do
have the
look
proper
old and
questions.
knowledgeable.
An Elder Scroll is an instrument of immense knowledge and power.
Well, I want to stop
To
Alduin,
read
the
an
big
Elder
black dragon.
Scroll,
You might have seen
a
him.
person must have the most rigorously trained mind, or else risk madness. Even so, the divines usually take the reader's sight as a price.
Might not be a good idea then. A price for what?
The simplest way to put it is knowledge, but there's nothing simple about an Elder Scroll. It's a reflection of all possible futures and all possible pasts.
Really?
Each reader sees different reflections through different lenses and may come away with a different reading. But at the same time, all of it is true, even the falsehoods, especially the falsehoods.
Okay, so who wrote the Elder Scrolls?
It would take a month to explain to you how that very question doesn't even make sense.
Right?
The scrolls exist here, with us, but also beyond and beneath, before and after. They are bits of divine-made substance, so we could know them. Sorry, talking about the scrolls, you usually end up in irritating and vague metaphors like that.
That was
Some
pretty
people who study
irritating
them
and vague.
devoutly go mad.
Alright, so do you have one that I could use or borrow, maybe? Iraq? You look good for your age.
You think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it?
Really?
It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it.
I'm not a bad thief, you know. I once did something, not very nice. Well, I've done several things that aren't very nice. So what about the Dragonborn?
What about? Wait, are you? Were you the one the Greybeards were calling?
Maybe.
I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much.
Ah,
So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture.
okay. Sounds good, thank you. You do take your work very seriously, you reckon?
Of course I do. If I didn't, most of these books would have been burned to ashes or dissolved to nothing before the Third Era. Mages need to be reminded to be careful around research materials.
Okay. And it's quite an impressive library you do have here.
A mage is only as good as what he knows. I try to make sure as much knowledge is available as possible. We've been keeping this collection since the Second Era. Books have come and gone during that time, but it's mostly intact.
Fair enough. Are there any special books you're looking for?
As a matter of fact, there are. Have you ever heard of Shalador?
Maybe.
Immensely powerful mage, back in the First Era. Had an understanding of magic few have ever matched. He holed himself up in Labyrinthian and devoted all his time to research and study, but more than you would imagine possible. Since then, his writings have been scattered all over Skyrim, but are little use to anyone who can't translate them. I'm one of the few who can. I've heard whispers of more of his work having turned up. If you can track it down, it may prove useful to all of us.
Shalador's Insights. I shall try, Reg, I shall try. Is there any other college business I can assist you with?
If you're feeling adventurous, I'm always looking for someone to procure valuable books from some more dangerous locations.
I might also add it to my quest book, log, thing, journal.
Well, all right, here. I scribbled down the last place I'd heard about. Check it out, but be careful.
I shall be very careful with my Uber weapons. Have you got anything for sale, perhaps?
Assorted books, scrolls. I'm sure you'll find something useful.
Okay, interesting. Let's have a look. What have you got? You've got Tamriel Floor Illustrated, which I happen to have needed earlier on, but I don't need it anymore. And absolutely everything else that you have, I have read. So no, there is nothing useful there. I will speak to you later. Quite like him. Right, there's various other people. I'm not even going to talk to you because your name is unpronounceable.
Here you go. Try not to spill
Oh, for goodness
anything
sake.
on them.
Try and get up these stairs. This is a very interesting library. Arcano, don't want to talk to you. You're a Thalmor. There's a room under lock and key there. With something moving in a locked display cabinet. That's very interesting. I think I'll take the shortcut down. Olivia Moronin. I can pronounce your name.
Confound it all! This page too! That makes 5 in total. This is unacceptable!
Okay, is something the matter?
A page from one of these texts, and 4 others, torn right from the spine. I've consulted with Urog's apprentice girl, and she insisted, rather emphatically, that none of these tomes have been checked out for years.
So
I
who
told
is ripping the
girl
pages?
That wouldn't preclude a thief from browsing the cases.
The librarian's apprentice does seem a bit... I don't know whether daft is the right word.
I don't blame her, though. It's the head librarian's duty to keep more sensitive texts behind sealed doors. Or perhaps it's the fault of the one who trained him.
Maybe.
In either case, the result is the same. It is as I feared. Someone has managed to steal key pages from the writings of Trictus.
Okay. Trictus, a forgotten name for a powerful man, founder of the guild. Because I knew that.
Indeed. Although I doubt that name lacks reverence here. This is an institution of higher learning, I hope. It certainly has the pretension of one.
How is it Master Grosher made such an obvious error?
It is not an error. It's far more likely that Urog holds an opposing position regarding the substance of these texts.
Okay.
Not to mention a stubborn refusal to recognize that a controversial theory might actually have merit.
You said that without moving your lips. You carry yourself with some authority. Who are you exactly, Olivia? I want every sordid, solitary detail.
My name is Olivia Moronin, a former member of the Mages
pronounced
Guild
your
at the
name right.
Arcane University in Cyrodiil.
Ah,
When the guild disbanded, many of my colleagues regrouped to form the Synod.
okay.
However, their objectives do not align with the tenets Galarion and the Council established when they founded the guild. Nor do they abide by the teachings we have stood by in the centuries that followed. Theirs is an organization based on cupidity and lust for power.
Do you perhaps think the Synod is responsible for the missing pages?
I have not ruled that out, although the Synod seems more interested in securing existing artifacts of power. Galarion's research, while potentially powerful, was still incomplete. There is no guarantee that any of the 5 spells can even be crafted. This is not to imply the documents are not dangerous. The secrecy of Galarion's methods are a substantial indicator of the level of risk. However, the Synod does not have the patience nor the foresight to recognize what these texts represent.
Okay. So I'm interested in how Galarion encoded his texts.
Each book is a cleverly crafted tale that hints towards the ideals of a particular school of magic.
Okay.
However, the overall narrative is unimportant. From what I have gathered in my time here, it seems the school of magic is simply a mechanism. For instance, I found lighting a text with an alteration spell revealed a hidden message written in an ink altered to mimic a human soul. Of course, without the knowledge to light the aura of life aglow, the mage's search would end there. The chain continues until one reaches the destination, the final pages that contain detailed notes on the crafting of a new spell.
Aha. May I see the texts?
I'm afraid not. The texts are evidence, and the methods Galarion used to encode the journals must undergo further study. Once I have informed Urog of his omission, he will add the works to this library's collection, along with the missing pages, should they be retrieved. If you have scholarly interest, however, I can share with you the 5 tales of Galarion's youth. They are quite interesting.
Okay, you can tell me the beginning one, but I don't really think we want to stand around for hours listening to you talk about Galarion, but let's have a listen to the first one.
As a young child, Galarion's father bought books from smugglers in order to teach his son how to read. As serfs of a minor nobleman, Lord Janess of Solakik-on-Kur, such knowledge was strictly forbidden. Galarion recounted how his father taught him to avert his eyes at every signpost, and to speak with improper diction. Most of all, he warned him not to reference the tales he read, but more importantly, the cities, beasts, and forests contained therein. For the spell would be broken the instant their lord realized the boy knew things his eyes could not see.
Okay, I'm actually quite interested. Let's hear the second text.
Galarion's mother was an old-fashioned woman, one comfortable with her station. She never wanted to deprive Galarion of knowledge. She was, however, fearful of the consequences. A seed of dread was planted in her mind, and grew into a forest of despair. It was only a matter of time before her husband or her child would slip and betray their literacy. In truth, Lord Janess suspected nothing, but in her reality, she saw her husband on the gallows, and through her actions, she made it true.
Okay, I think we will hear the last 3 another day. Yes, that's enough for now, Olivia.
As you will.
Let's hear about the controversial theory that you speak of.
The majority of scholars are split between 2 disparate camps. Some believe the texts are worthless scribbles written by a child, one who had yet to grasp the vastness of his destiny. Others contend that the author is not Vanus himself, but a pretender hoping to profit from the mage's name.
Okay.
Both camps, however, are in agreement that the texts themselves have no intellectual merit.
So why search for them if scholars believe them worthless?
There are some, however, who attribute the text to a different origin. Not the young Trictus, but the elder Vanus Galarian. The theory states that Vanus wrote the text in the guise of his younger self, precisely so that scholars would question its authenticity. By diverting the eyes of those who seek power, it provided an extra layer of security, in addition to the cryptic nature of the text itself.
So what exactly is in these texts, Olivia?
I mentioned the pages from 5 separate texts were stolen. This is no coincidence. I'm sure you can divine why.
Yeah, enough of the quizzes, lady. Just tell me.
It pains me to see a member of the college struggling with such a simple query.
I'll just get
Are you
to
so
the point.
daft as to be unaware that there are 5 schools of magic being taught here?
No?
No. I apologize.
Thank you.
The onus is not on the students, but the professors tasked with curing them of their ignorance.
I'm not ignorant. I just, have a time schedule. Okay, how do the schools of magic relate to the texts?
It is well known that Galarian's gifts for magic were quite diverse. He could restore a rose to full bloom not long after burning it to flame,
That's cool.
all the while fooling the mind into believing its scent had rotted away.
I'm not sure that's cool. In other words, the spells involve multiple disciplines. Oh, I see.
The theory goes that Galarian was on the verge of completing 5 new spells, one for each school. Spells of such tremendous power that even the immortal armies of Manimarco would countenance their fear. Unfortunately, Galarian's obsession with his nemesis deprived him of his patience. Nevertheless, before he embarked on the great battle, he left notes encoded in 5 works, so others could continue his research.
So, do you have any idea who stole the pages?
I have an inkling. I
Okay.
was able to glean some clues based on my interviews of the residents of Winterhold,
I have a
who
Villia.
seem far more observant of mages than the faculty.
And an
I
Ega.
sent my assistant, Jado Ra, to investigate the matter further, but I fear something grave has befallen him.
I'll go look for him.
Finally, someone with initiative. I need someone to scout the area he was investigating. Your safety is paramount. If the mage in question is at the site, do not attempt to confront him, even if Jado Ra is in imminent danger.
This is interesting. But don't we need your assistant alive to find out what he's learned?
The Khajiit is a crafty one.
Is a
He will
Khajiit,
leave clues
okay.
behind even in death. Yet if you sacrifice both your lives, both your efforts will be squandered.
Okay, so I'll have his notes on him even if he's dead. What if he's burnt? Okay, I'll see what I can
Good.
find out.
Jado Ra last left for Solitude, but it is unlikely he is still there. I would start with the caverns near the shoreline. If you find him, and find him well, he may ask for a passphrase.
What's that?
Yes. The problem is, I seem to have forgotten that inscrutable Khajiit word he gave me. So in exchange, I ask you to tell him this. Tell him how, when I met him, I mocked his whiskers, how they were as black as an Imperial's hair. Tell him that his eyes are so narrow that even when he laughs, he looks unhappy. Yet their color still shines as bright as the sun. And if he finds that too sentimental, tell him he was more valuable as a rug.
Where are you going?
And when he accidentally lights his fur on fire, he would no longer be worth anything to anyone.
Okay, forgotten lore. Looks like we're going to look for a Khajiit called Jadro Ra. Cool. Not at the moment, we're not, though. At the moment, we need to find the Archmage. That would be Skyrim. This would be a awesome map. That's cool. I want that at the lodge.
It must be great to be a mage And to cast fireballs.
Aha!
Not so hot.
Archmage's quarters. I'm pretty sure Vilya was just about to say the same thing again about fireballs and about her not being good enough to cast them yet. Let's go and see the infamous Archmage. This place is really quite cool. I did see someone walk this way. Aha! Savas
You are
Aren.
relatively new here, are you not? I have noticed you, but we have not spoken.
We haven't, and I don't want to talk to your
Now,
back.
if you'll excuse me.
No, there we go.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several, if you're talented.
I need to speak to you about Sarthor.
Please don't tell me that another one of the apprentices has been incinerated. I have enough to deal with right now.
No, I found this very large, strange ball.
I see. I trust that Tolfdir will provide a more specific explanation.
Large, strange
Thank
ball,
you for bringing
not
this
good
to my
enough?
attention. Tolfdir normally looks after your little group, yes?
Yes.
Since he's apparently occupied, and I will need to see this discovery for myself, I think perhaps you should begin researching the subject. Speak with Urag in the Arcanium. See if he's aware of anything that matches your discovery.
Okay, I really should have come to
And
speak to you
good
first,
work.
shouldn't I?
The next time you find yourself exploring Nordic ruins, perhaps this will be helpful.
Staff of Mage Light. Not really, actually. I'll probably talk to you about the other stuff a bit later on. I've been doing
until
far too
next
much
time.
talking. What is that? Is that one of those strange gems? Yes. I shall take it.
Huh?
Right now, you really do need to excuse me, Savos. Thank you. Right. Let's just have another quick look around here. Ooh, nice bed, like that. Lots of empty things. You have spinning soul gems. That is really cool. That is very cool. Ah, that reminds me. I need to repair my bow. I think I have a repair kit here somewhere. Hope it's not just an armor repair kit. It's an equipment repair kit. That's it. I want to improve weapons because my bow is only 10%. That's not good. Why do I... Oh, firewood. Really? Have I not got firewood? Damn it, it looks like I'm going to have to use the other bow for the time being, otherwise I'm going to lose my elven bow yet again. Not that my dragonbone bow is bad, because it's not. It's pretty damn good. It just supposed to fill soul gems the whole time. But that doesn't matter. Okay, right. Let's go back and talk to the orc, I guess.
Do I look fat in this outfit?
Yes, I mean, no.
Not for me to judge, but
Yeah, an ego will save me then. Oops, that came out without thinking. Sorry, Vilya. I don't think she heard me. I think I was too far away.
I
Right.
see.
Urag, you
It looks
grumpy
like
old orc.
right.
no, do not worry. Ugly is a state of mind, and your mind is very fetching.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear?
Yes, very. I need to learn about something we found in Sarthal.
I know what you want. Word travels fast around here. Discovered some big mystery, huh?
Big
Well,
orb?
you don't even need to ask. No, I don't have anything for you. Not anymore, anyway.
Where have I got to go now then? So you don't have anything that can help?
I said not anymore. Orthorn stole a number of books when he ran off to Felglow Keep to join those summoners. Some kind of peace offering. I think one of those volumes may have had some relevant information. If you want them, you'll have to talk to Orthorn.
And Orthorn is in Felgrow Keep.
Shall I be forced to wait until the end of the day as well?
Who is Orthorn?
He was an apprentice here at the college. Not very skilled. but got involved with a group of mages who took a liking to him. When they
In what
left,
way?
he took off after them, stole supplies and books from the college. I suppose as a way to ingratiate himself.
Okay, so why are these mages in Felglow Keep?
Let's just call it a difference of opinion with the college. They were interested in research that goes outside the bounds of what the college allows, so they were persuaded to leave.
Doesn't anyone care that Hawthorne stole things from the college?
Not enough to bother with. Archmage Aaron's approach to these things is just to let them sort themselves out. Although now it looks like you'll be doing the
Yes.
sorting.
Yeah,
Good
well, I'm
luck
quite
with
used to that, actually. I'm sorting out the fact that there's a bloody great big black dragon flying around killing everybody. Which is probably more important than this orb, but I'll go and find Hawthorne, I guess.
All right, then.
Right, let's just have a quick look at the map. So, where have we got to go? That's the Blue Palace. I've still got to attend the burning of Olaf, if he actually does start the burning, that is. I've got no idea where Felglow Keep is. What's this here? Find the Guldur amulet fragment. Ah, that's the last amulet fragment. It's by Dragon's Breath. Near Ivarstead. I don't know where Felglow Keep is. But then I might not have that quest. No, I haven't. Right, typical. Actually, I'm going to enable all of those. Is that Felglow Keep? That's Felglow Keep! Look at that! Right, and that's near Whiterun, of course. The Ritual Stone. Don't think we're going to go there right now. I actually think we'll probably finish off the amulet quest and go to Ivarstead. What is the correct pronunciation of that? I cannot remember. And Riverside Goods. Right, I think we need to go there and we'll make our way to Gurman's Hall to find the Guldur amulet fragment. This is the last bit we need. To Ivarstead! I probably can get the carriage there. So let's go to the carriage. I should probably go out the same way I came in, just in case I get lost. I probably won't. Really? The Archmage is called... Oh, for goodness sake. Would have turned left. I would have gone there first. Saved a little bit of time. I wonder if Daggy's got back to the lodge yet. Probably not. Probably take him a few days. If he has gone back to the lodge, of course. Right. To the carriage. Guys are there. I like the way those gates open automatically. It's going to get a bit cold.
One must be really obsessed with reading in order to steal books.
Okay. Philia thinks that Hawthorne is obsessed with reading to steal books. I think it's more of a case of power mad. Or power hungry. One or the other. Hello, Otto. Okay, we are nearly back at the horses. The rain turns to driving snow and wind. Right, I need to go to Ivarstead.
Right?
Yes, please.
Where do you want to go?
Ivarstead.
Quite a long
I'm pretty sure we can get there,
Climb
yes.
back and we'll be off.
Why, thank you very much. And the wind might blow up your robe there and give you a nasty bit of frostbite. Unless, of course, you have massive fairy bits.
Carriage is the safest.
On our way to Ivasted. Don't know how difficult this last place will be. And it is in fact night time. We might have to continue tomorrow because, do you know what? There is an inn here. It is the Valmir Inn, or the Vilma Inn, or the I can't pronounce anything today Inn. We've done a lot of talking. I've got a sore throat. I need to quench it, soothe it with some ale. So let's go and find the last amulet fragment in the morning, and of course a little bit later on.